Welcome back. We're going to work through some derivatives with the rules that we just learned. So I've got three different functions set up, and we're going to apply all the rules that we just talked about. All right. So here I have three different functions that make up this one function. So I'm using the sum and difference rule. I have a power rule, then I have a constant multiple rule, and the derivative of a constant. Here I also have a constant multiple rule. So the derivative of 7x squared, I'm going to drop the 2, subtract 1 from the exponent, plus, here, constant multiple rule, I'm going to keep the 4, and then the derivative of x is 1. Then the derivative of -3, my constant, is 0. That's minus 0, not that that matters, but I end up with 14x plus 4 as my derivative. Check, done. That's all it is. No more definition, just using those rules, you get through it pretty quick. Okay, this one I've thrown a couple twists in there. So I'm just going to rewrite this so we can see it in a little bit more user-friendly way. -2 over x. When you have x in the denominator, it just has a negative exponent. So I can rewrite 2 over x as 2 to the x to the minus first power. Okay, negative exponents are what put it in the denominator, so I'm just bringing it back up, making it negative. And then a second way that we can write the square root of x, that is just x to the 1/2 power minus pi. So what I've done is I've taken these two scary looking functions. Well, how do I take the derivative over x? How do I take the derivative of a square root? I just made it a power rule, so I can use the rules that we just talked about. So here, the derivative of 8x cubed, that's 8 times 3x squared, which gives me 24x squared. Here, I have a -2 times -1x to the -2. You could keep this as a negative exponent or rewrite it as a positive exponent in the denominator. I'll show you both. So for now, I'm going to just keep it as 2x to the -2 power. Here, I have 7 times 1/2 x to the -1/2, which gives me 7/2 x to the -1/2. And then the square root of -pi is 0. So here's my derivative. If the question said take the derivative, I'm done. I've taken the derivative. It doesn't matter what it looks like. But if it's a multiple choice, we might have to make it match. So we want to know what to do with those negative exponents. So my 24x squared is fine. But I have this -2, so that's going to become 2 over x squared. Just the x drops down. The 2 has a positive exponent of 1, so it stays where it is. Just the x changes. Then here we have plus 7 over 2, and then the 1/2 power is the same as the square root. So these two are equal. They just look a little bit differently. It doesn't matter which one you give me, but if it's a multiple choice, we want to make sure that we know how to move between the two. All right, and our last one over here, the derivative of 6x squared, that's 6 times 2x, minus the derivative of 2 times e to the x is 2 times e to the x, and the derivative of the square root of 3, that's just a number, so that derivative is 0. So I get 12x minus 2e to the x, and there's my derivative. Okay, go forward and practice. Good luck.